What's going on, you guys? This is Trent here at Rexburg Motorsports, here to do another machine walk around with you. Now today we're going to talk about a very cool bike in the Husqvarna lineup. It's their TE150i. Now if you're looking for the pinnacle of two-stroke technology, you need to check this bike out. Alright guys, so Husqvarna came out with this bike last year for 2020, and for 2021 it saw minor refinements. But I'll tell you what, if you are looking for an awesome lightweight trail bike, or if you're looking for a stepping stone for one of your children, this bike is phenomenal. I'll tell you, we've even got a couple riders here at Rexburg Motorsports that this last year they sold their big bores and got small bores. There is nothing like throwing around a super lightweight two-stroke around in the hills. So let's talk about what makes the TE150i special. So let's start off with the motor. Now for 2020 and into this 2021 model that we've got here, Husqvarna fuel injected their 150. Now this is a very cool fuel injection system, and you'll see it on their 250s and their 300s also in their two-stroke line. Now, what they've got here is they've got a transfer port injection system that shoots the fuel straight into the fuel transfer ports in a downward angle. So it's going right into that transfer port, right onto your crankcase, and getting ready to go up into that combustion chamber. Now, it's very cool because with this injection system, you don't have to worry about changing your jetting for elevation. You don't have to worry about temperature changing the way that your bike is running anymore. And the best part, you don't have to premix your oil into your gas anymore. With this fuel injection system, they've also got their oil injection system going on. So right here up on the front of the bike, you've got where you'll put just your normal ethanol-free premium fuel, and then you've got your oil port right here. So you'll put your oil in there, and it automatically changes your fuel and oil ratio depending on what it's temperature sensing and what it's feeling as far as what the sensors are picking up from what the motor's doing. Very cool technology. So you're going to be getting a super crisp, super responsive two-stroke power plant that's always going to be right there ready no matter what elevation or what temperature you're riding in. With this, they specially design the combustion chamber. They specially design the ignition timing and fuel mapping to make it perfect for enduro riding, so you're getting that smooth, tractable power all of the time. Now, if you've noticed, if you've looked at this pipe, the first time I saw it, I was like, what the heck? That's a 250 pipe. They made their 150i pipe look like the 250 pipe, but it's not for the reasons that you think. They 3D designed this pipe to make it more ergonomically fit against the chassis, so that you've got less of a likelihood of damaging it as you're hopping over rocks or logs or as you're trail riding. So they brought it up like a 250 pipe to bring it up and out of the way. So very cool. Now when it comes to chassis and suspension on this bike, Husqvarna did a very, very good job on it as well. This has got Husqvarna's carbon composite subframe. So you've got this carbon composite subframe on the back. It integrates into the airbox and stuff like that. And that gives this chromoly steel chassis even a little bit more of a flexy feel. So this is going to be a very compliant, very bump absorbing frame that you've got here with this Husqvarna. Now with this chromoly frame, with this composite air box, and with this super lightweight motor, on Husqvarna's website, without fuel, this bike is sitting at 219 pounds. So with this being a full-on enduro bike, that's a really light weight. Now the forks on this bike are something very cool. So WP has an open cartridge type fork here that they call the Explorer fork. So this open cartridge fork, open cartridge makes it very easy to service, but this is a full-on spring fork. So you've got a spring in each leg, but then one thing that Husqvarna and WP did with this Explorer fork that's very cool is you've got all of your compression dampening in one leg, and then you've got your rebound dampening in the other. So it used to be, if you wanted to make a change on forks on dirt bikes in the past, you had to change both your compressions on the top and then your rebounds on the bottom. With this fork, you change your compression on the top on one leg and you change the rebound on the other leg on the top, so it's nice and easy to get to, and it's always easy to do on the fly with the way that they've got these little adjusters. Now you also, on this fork where it is a spring fork, you've got a spring preload on the top of each of these forks. So you can dial in and out how much spring preload you've got to really affect the way that this spring fork is feeling. Now with this awesome 150i motor, you've also got the electric start. It's always nice to have that magic button, even on an easy firing two-stroke. And then you do have the backup kick. Now that's something that's going to be awesome, and it's only on the 150 in their lineup. With this being the TE, you've got the full-on headlight, you've got the 18-inch rear wheel, you've got a wide ratio gearbox, and you've got the kickstand. Now some other cool features that you get on this bike is you get the skid plate, and you also get an ignition map switch up here on the handlebars. So this ignition map switch has two positions. Number one is for your full power. Number two, on the two-stroke models, it gives you a little bit more of a toned down power feel. So it'll help you when the going is very, very slick. So it'll limit your ignition timing just a little bit to give you a bit smoother of a power delivery. So that's pretty cool. Now up front here, you've got a little computer. You've got miles per hour, you've got clock, and you've got a trip. Right off of this computer, though, you've got your engine Premix oil light. Now this is an oil light to let you know that you're getting low on that premix oil. Typically speaking though, you would want to fill that up before each ride just so that you don't run into that issue. You never want to get into the steep and deep and wish you had a little bit more oil in that tank. So this is going to be a great bike for hitting the trails and teaching the true use of momentum. With all of the awesome features here on this Husqvarna TE150, you can easily see why this could be the best trail bike that you've yet ridden. Super lightweight, manageable two-stroke 150 power. Awesome components with the suspension and the chassis to give you a nice compliant ride on those trails. And man, with that lightweight, you're going to be tossing it around all day long and not even be getting fatigued too much. If you are interested in this bike, come and check it out here at Rexburg Motorsports. We would love to get you out onto the trails and get you out ready to rip for this next season coming up. But thanks so much for watching this video, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to keep you up to date to all these walk around videos that we've got coming up here on our YouTube channel. But thanks so much and have a great day.